Fox News is reporting that the Trump administration's Middle East peace plan has finished and that it is ready to be presented. And here's what the article says. It says the final draft of the administration's deal of the century is 175 to 200 pages long, and fewer than 5 people have access to the complete document, sources told Fox News. The plan is done. The president is happy with the parameters of the deal, a senior administration official said. Trump was briefed by the U.S. ambassador to Israel, David Friedman, senior advisor Jared Kushner, and special envoy for Middle East peace Jason Greenblatt multiple times on the specifics of the deal, Fox News is told. Officials said that the plan is unlikely to be released before upcoming Israeli elections on April 9th. We are not going to do anything that threatens Israel's security, a senior administration official said. But here's something that you need to pay attention to. It says that Kushner is set to visit Warsaw, Poland later this week to attend a summit hosted by the United States and Poland to discuss regional issues regarding the Middle East, including Israeli-Palestinian peace. Officials said Kushner's meetings in Warsaw represent a significant opportunity for the administration to remind regional partners that peace between Israelis and Palestinians could strengthen U.S. efforts to counter Iranian influence in the Middle East. Also at the end of the month, Kushner is expected to travel with Greenblatt to 5 Gulf countries to discuss the specifics of the Trump administration's Israeli-Palestinian peace deal with regional leaders as he tries to garner more support for the plan. Administration officials have said Trump is hopeful about the plan's ability to move forward. We have been given a different set of circumstances, a senior administration official said. Well, hopefully there'll be no more delays in that following the April 9th elections, sometime thereafter, that they will release this plan. And I have to believe that much of the success of this plan will be based upon how their Arab partners and possibly the EU accepts or rejects parts of the plan. You know, I still believe that the EU is going to have to step in and play a major part in order for this to be successful. But there's one thing you need to remember, and that is the Bible does say that the European Union will ultimately play a part, if not in some way head up this peace with many, as Daniel 9:25-27 states. Now, I'm not saying it's totally necessary that they be the persons that head up this particular peace proposal, but they are going to have to be the person that becomes the Antichrist will have to be involved in some way. But I think we should be looking more at what happens at the end of 3.5 years or midway through what will be the peace plan, that this person who will ultimately be a part of the plan but will one day separate himself and declare himself to be God will walk into the temple in Jerusalem that simply doesn't exist yet, and will desecrate this temple and declare that everyone is to worship him. So a number of things have to be done before this desecration can take place. But I think, even though I believe that this could play a significant part in the end times, we don't want to jump ahead of ourselves and declare this to be the peace with many that the Bible says will come to pass in the last days. We still need to keep our eyes on what the European Union is going to do and see what kind of role that they play in this, if there's any. And also we need to keep an eye on how the Palestinians and the leadership in that organization reacts to this. Even though they're not coming to the table right now, again, depending on how the Arab League and their Arab partners react, they may be forced to come to the table. Especially if the Arab League decides that they will no longer fund the Palestinian Authority. That would basically drop the bottom right out of this organization. I mean, the U.S. Stopping the funding was a big blow, and it forced many Arab nations and other European nations to step up. But are they going to do that long term? I have to wonder whether or not their deep pockets are going to continue to be that deep. Well, this is simply breaking news that we need to continue to watch. And if you don't know the Lord, today is the day of salvation. You know, one day that'll be the last time I will say that, the last time you will hear that. And it'll be too late. And when I mean too late, either you're going to pass, or the rapture of the church is going to take place, and you will be stuck here to go through the most horrible time period the world's ever known. Don't make that mistake of being 1 second too late. Come to the Lord, ask Him to save you. Don't let this be the biggest mistake that you've ever made. And you Christians, you need a copy of my Tribulation Period Survival Guide. You're in the same boat. You may be well intentioned to get a copy of this Tribulation Period Survival Guide to your lost friend or loved one, but you keep putting it off. At the very least, get the free copy. It's written in 9 different languages. Try to get it on their tablet or laptop or whatever it is they have. But your best bet is to get a copy of the paperback book, hand it to them, make sure they have it in their possession once the rapture does take place. Don't keep putting this off. So go down to the description section of this video, get your copy, go to the link, and make the purchase if that is what you plan to do. Well, this is Terry Malone with the Calvary Prophecy Report.